Hey, what is going on, Geminis? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Yeah. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Geminis? What message do we have for Geminis? All right, Geminis. So the first thing that I'm getting from this Gemini is I feel like this is someone I feel like you already know. You know, and I feel like with this person, you know, I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like it's been a struggle. I mean, with that Tower card, I feel like there's a lot of chaotic energy when it comes to this person. Maybe even feeling somewhat like it's toxic at points. You know, I feel like with this person, I feel like they never really understood quite how to open up to you. You know, I feel like they always kind of kept something from you. And I feel like it was always an issue. We always came back to the same issue. You know, one of the things with Geminis is a lot of people really screw up with is not being open and honest. You know, and the thing is with Geminis too, as well, is a lot of times they know you're not being open and honest. They know that there's something more, but asking a Gemini to just wait around till you figure it out can be a big ask. You know, and I feel like with this person, even though I feel like this person overthinks the shit out of everything. You know, I feel like this person doesn't take things at face value, and I feel like there's always been that conflict. You know, they didn't see what they had right in front of them, and had a hard time holding on to it, and I feel like it caused a lot of chaos. You know, I feel like it caused a lot of toxic energy. I mean, I feel like the draw that you have toward each other is real. It's very real. But until they're willing to embrace it, you know, I feel like they always kept you at arm's length. They just never really let you in. You know, but I feel like with this person, it wasn't just about the draw. It wasn't just about love. It wasn't just about compatibility in all these different areas. I feel like, you know, I feel like this person got you in a way. You know, there's definitely this best, like, this person just wasn't those other things. I mean, they were your best friend. And the potential here was off the charts, and I feel like that's the most frustrating thing about it. You know, I feel like there was so much potential that you saw in this person. There's so much potential you saw in this connection, but if both of us aren't seeing it, like I said with that Two of Swords, I didn't see what was right in front of them. If both of us aren't seeing it, then we can't move forward. You know, I feel like this person, one of the things that this person had that may have kept this going a little bit longer than it would have, is I feel like this person has their shit together. You know, and I feel like they're continuously getting their shit together. You know, but with this person, there's a lot of impulsive energy, and I feel like sometimes that got in the way. This person thought something and acted on it, instead of really thinking it through. And I feel like they're very, there's a very fiery type energy in this person. But one of the things that's clear here is I feel like no matter how much distance is between the two of you, how much distance has been between the two of you, every time you see this person, you they catch your eye. And I feel like there's still something very strong between the two of you. And it's something that I feel like you were willing, you were willing to see and willing to look into it. But it's the resistance that this person was giving you. It's like, why would I try if this person isn't trying to? And like I said, when you see this person, it's a very commanding presence. Like this person, it's very hard to forget this person. When you see them, it's a lot of it comes back, and you find yourself, you find it hard to hold back from this person. But like I said, I do feel moving forward, I feel like there's a reason why you keep getting drawn back together. And I feel like there's going to be some communication from this person. The communication that you've been waiting for. That ship finally coming in. This person finally opening up and being honest with you and direct. I feel like this person just had to get their shit together when it comes to what they truly wanted. They had to see things in a different perspective. And the different perspective is, I feel like the fear of losing you has caused this person to finally see that different perspective and realize that, they need to be open. They need to be honest. They need to be direct. Geminis aren't the only people that want to be wanted. They're not the only people that want to feel that energy. It's one thing to feel some sort of way around someone. It's another way for them to show you. You can feel the connection with someone all you want, but if nobody's willing to embrace it, nobody's ready to nurture it, it's like it's going nowhere. But like I said, this communication that's coming from this person is going to be very clear that this person's, they want to fight for this. They want to fight for you. And they're not going to be fighting that urge anymore. I do see this person opening up to you, bringing down those walls for you. I feel like this person had their walls around themselves when it came to you, and I feel like that's why you had that lack of communication with this person. But it's not anymore. Like I said, this person's seeing things in a different perspective. And with that Nine of Swords as well, it's very fearless energy. This person's just going after it. Don't be surprised for this person to come back in a big way. This person has never stopped thinking about you, and I don't think you've stopped thinking about them either. And I feel like that was the hardest part, is sometimes walking away from something that you want is the hardest thing you can ever do. But sometimes it's a necessary evil. Sometimes it's necessary to let it go, and if it comes back, it's yours. This person's thinking about you. The way they feel about you has never changed. And like I said, this is a bond that you share with this person. It's a lifelong bond, and that's why it was meant to be. This was fated, and they weren't ready to see it, but they're ready now. And with that King of Wands, going after what they want with everything they have. And I feel like that's going to make a huge difference in this connection. This bond is eternal that you share with this person. I see a foundation finally being laid, something that you can finally depend on. And it's about consistency. It's about reliability. Before, that energy, that impulsive energy this person had, you just couldn't depend on it. But that's what I'm saying, is now you have something that's built on a foundation, a strong foundation. There's a reason why you keep getting drawn back. There's a reason why when you're around this person, you can't hold back. It's very nurturing energy, and that Emperor and Empress is very nurturing, but it's also very protective. It's both sides of the coin. There's something much more here, and until they're ready to embrace it, we couldn't, Sometimes we're with someone and it's the right person, and everything in us tells us that's the right person. This is the person for me. This is the person I want to share my life with. This is my best friend. This is my lover. This is my confidant. The person I can feel comfortable around. The person that feels like home to me. And then we have the Lover's card. Like I said, that feeling of home. When you're with this person, it just feels right. And now more so than ever, now that they're embracing it, now that they're not holding back, because I feel like there was a lot of holding back and overthinking by this person. But I feel like they've come a long way emotionally. With that very, very mature emotionally, the Nine of Cups, this person's going to fill up your cups. They're going to give you the things that you want, giving you transparency, communication, honesty, loyalty, all those things that you wanted, that you thought you could get from this person, but you never really truly saw it all in one, is what you're going to get. You were fated to be with this person. And that's very clear when you're around them. Like I said, there's very few people in our life that we'll ever meet that when we're around them, no matter what's going on between us, we just feel this connection. And it's not a connection that goes away. And no matter how much some days we want to get rid of it, some days we want to just be done with it, it's one of those connections that doesn't go away. But until we're both on the same page, it's also not going to move forward. Just because you were fated to meet this person, just because it was destined and all those things, and no matter how much love you have for this person, no matter how much you rely on this person or depend on this person or trust in this person or feel comfortable with this person, until we're on the same page, we can never move forward. Anyway, I'll continue this in a second. With this person, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I'm also getting some Taurus as well. But that's the thing, it's like trying to get somebody to invest in something. You go to a car dealership. You go to buy a brand new car. And everything on the outside looks great. You really like it. But then the salesman won't show you the inside. So how can you make a decision if you don't know all there is to, if you don't know all the factors? It's like buying a house. You go to see the house. The outside looks beautiful. There's a beautiful yard. You really feel at home there. But the real estate agent won't let you in the house. You can't buy the house. You can't invest in something unless you know what you're investing in. And I feel like that was the biggest problem that you had with this person, is finding it hard to invest in something when you weren't showing the whole thing. Even though that every time you drive by this house, you want it. But you can't invest until you see it all. You still get that feeling when you drive by the house or when you see this car, you're just like, oh, I really want it, but what am I not seeing? How can I want something if I don't know all there is to it? If I don't know all the pieces? And like I said, one of the worst people you can do that to is a Gemini. Because a Gemini can love the shit out of you. But if they're not seeing what they want to see, if you're not showing them it all, they can walk away in an instant. Geminis are very, very capable of loving the shit out of you and still walking away. There's a lot of people, a lot of different signs that can't do that. But Geminis are very good at it. Trust me when I say this. If you don't give them everything you have, then you're not making them a real offer. And if you're not making a real offer, then you're just talking shit and they're going to walk away. But like I said, with this connection, it is something, I feel like deep down you knew they were coming back. You knew they never really were going anywhere. And you knew they'd show up. You know, that's the thing sometimes. Sometimes we meet the people we're meant to be with. And no matter how much it's faded, you know, it doesn't mean that that moment has to be the right moment. You know, it's about two people being on the same page. And until we get on the same page, it's going to be toxic. You know, it's going to be unreliable. And it's not consistent. And if you want to keep a Gemini, number one rule is, I'll tell you, for all you cross watchers out there, consistency. You know, consistently be yourself. Consistently be honest. Consistently be open. You know, because, you know, my ex, like I said, everybody knows my ex is a Gemini. 14 years I spent with her. My best friend, I've been best friends with him since I was 4. He's a Gemini. And when you start holding back, they know about it. It's not a good mistake. You know, if they feel like they can't trust you, or if they feel like you're not being honest with them, they'll walk away. And even if it's hard for them, most times it will be hard for them, but they have the capacity to do that because they know what they deserve. There's not too many Geminis out there that don't know what they deserve. And there's not too many, you know, a lot of people say that Geminis are very back and forth. When they really want something, they're not back and forth. That's such a myth. You know, they want what they want, and if they're not giving it to them, then they can be back and forth about it because they're not getting what they want. They have a reason to be back and forth. You know, but when a Gemini falls, they do fall hard. And they expect you to be there to catch them. Because if they're investing in you, you need to invest in them. You know, it's not a you give me 50% here and there and 60, 70 once in a while and then 100 on the off day. It's not about that. It's about putting it all in or not, or nothing at all. You know, don't expect a Gemini to give you everything if you ain't giving them everything. You know, I've referred to Geminis before as the emotional investors, and they'll invest in you emotionally if you're worth it. And you can't be worth it if you're not giving it all. But like I said, you know, Geminis don't fall easy, but when they fall just like everybody else. The only difference is they can shut it out. You try to screw them over, they're going to shut you out. You lose their trust, they're going to shut you out. And it's going to be very hard to get back in. And only the few survive. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.